to you?
It means
You don't have to answer. All right, just go. You don't have to. Just go. Situation 2.
Okay.
Demonstrate. Boom. You don't have to tell me what it is. So.
Situation 2, closed question. Demonstrate a closed question using physical fitness.
Is physical fitness important to you? All right, in those two situations, easy, right?
Yeah.
But stop and think about it. Open question. Tell yourself, okay? Don't just blurt out something.
Do
Then
we
you're like,
have
no.
like a time limit to answer? I mean,
No.
I know it's not like a set time limit, but
No,
if
they'll
I'm
give you a
sitting here-
second. And the rule of thumb, you notice I always, what do?
Repeat the
Pause.
question.
I repeat the question, right? I confirm it with them. A closed question using leadership? Okay. Is leadership important to you? Again, there's nothing wrong with that because what are we supposed to do?
Confirm.
Clarify and confirm, right? Okay, so we're in situation 3.
Situation 3, engage. Demonstrate the skill of engage to introduce the basic screening question.
You all right, Mahia?
I'm good.
Okay, basic screening questions. Okay. Hey, man, well, I'm glad you could make it in today. What I'd like to do first is administer some basic screening questions. What this is going to do for you is allow you to see if you're basically qualified to be a Marine. You ready to begin? All right, now on this one, you're either going to get basic screening questions, you're going to get the RAT, the EAST, or any one of those 3. Okay? So, but the thing is, the transition to business has got to be, so if you get a RAT, what comes before the RAT?
basic screenings.
So your transition to business, hey, now that we know that you're basically qualified, let's go ahead and let's administer the wide range achievement test. Now that I know your reading level, let me administer the enlistment screening test. What this is going to do for you, okay? So it's got to be the proper transition to business. Okay? Situation 4.
Respond to disinterest.
You don't have to tell me what it is.
Okay. You approach me at a local mall in an attempt to give me information about the Marines, and I state to you, I'm not interested. Handle it.
What do you mean you're not interested?
Well, I'm definitely planning on going to college.
You know, I can respect the fact you want to go to college, but since I got you here, you mind if I ask you a few questions about your goals after college? You know, I might not be able to help you now, but I could possibly help you in the future. Is that okay?
Yes.
So what's your major motivation for going to college?
I want to be successful, and no college will aid in that goal.
Okay. And do you have a college picked out?
San Diego State University.
Now, is that a 2 or a 4-year program?
It's a 4-year program.
And how much does a program like that cost?
It's going to cost me around $50,000 over the next 4 years.
You got that all saved up?
I have a full ride scholarship.
All right, congratulations. Tell me, what are you going to do with that degree?
I plan on studying business management.
Okay, and what would you like to do with that business or that management degree?
I plan on owning my own business someday.
Okay, and in this business, are you going to be by yourself or are you going to have employees?
I definitely plan on having employees work for me.
Okay, so what kind of leadership and management skills do you currently possess?
I never really thought about leadership or management skills.
So do you have a plan to get those leadership and management skills?
No.
No? Okay, well, let's think about something here. How would it make you feel if you got this, you spent the money, you got this degree, and you feel real good about yourself, right? You open up that business you always wanted to, you got employees working for you, and everything's going good for the first couple months. But after that, you know, your lack of leadership starts showing up, and, you know, people start showing up late, and things go wrong, and you have to force, that business is forced to close. How would that make you feel?
I would be devastated.
So would it be important to you to find a way to get those leadership management skills so that you can run your business successfully?
Yes.
And then for you, I want you guys to go ahead and enable. You know what? Having leadership skills is very important so that you can run a successful business. In the Marine Corps, you can get in a couple different ways. Let's look at that. First off, we're going to teach you leadership by example. Now, what that is, that's one of our leadership principles. And we're going to put you in situations where, you know, even as a youngster like yourself, you're going to be put in charge of like 3 to 4 people, and you're going to be in charge of making sure they're trained, they're well taken care of, they're motivated, and all these things, and they do their job correctly. Now, I'll use myself for an example. When I was 20 years old, I was an infantry squad leader. I was in charge of 13 different people in order to get them trained in infantry tactics and ready to go into a combat situation. At 20 years old, can you imagine that? No. But it doesn't stop there. After you get that leadership by example, I'm gonna kind of go back a little bit and recruit training and your time through the Marine Corps. We're gonna teach you leadership traits. These are 14 different things that have made, build a foundation of leadership. They're justice, judgment, decisiveness, integrity, dependability, tact, initiative, enthusiasm, variance, self-assurance, courage, knowledge, loyalty, endurance. Of course, I'll say them slower next time.
Right.
But what this does, it builds a foundation on how to become a leader. But what all this means to you is you're gonna have the foundation and the experience as a leader, so that one day when you open up your business, you're going to run it successfully and never have to worry about it being closed. How's that sound?
Sounds awesome.
Awesome. Again, for the evaluation, it's going to stop there, but I want you enabling, because if you practice hitting the steps, when it comes to it, it's going to be, we don't explore unless we're going to enable, do we? Okay, go ahead.
Your appointment has passed all the screening requirements and is now ready to receive a sales presentation. Please perform the skill of engage to introduce the benefit tags.
All right, hey, well, let's go ahead and get down to the real reason why you came down in today, and that's to find out what the Marine Corps can do for a guy like you. Before I can do that, I got to find out what kind of things are important to you. Now, the Marine Corps come up with 11 different traits that we made young people like yourself successful, and we put them on what we call benefit tags. Now, what I would like you to do is I would like you to take these tags, and I want you to lay these tags out in order of priority, from your first choice all the way down to that least priority. Now, what this is going to do for you is allow you to see how the Marine Corps can help you achieve your goals. Can you do that for me?
Yes.
Go ahead. Just lay that to it there. That's the end of that one, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
It goes into the next one and it has me get the
Situation
tags.
6 and 7?
6 and 7.
Okay, but that's where that stops, right?
Yes.
Okay, then go situation 6 and 7.
Okay.
So you're not laying them out, you're just telling them what to do, okay?
Okay. Take the financial security tag
No,
from the top.
that's for you. You're going to take these two.
Okay.
You're gonna take,
Financial security and.
that's it, right?
I guess financial.
Assume they've been laid out in priority.
Yes.
He's going to take them, he's going to stack that. Hey, assume you've already confirmed the priority. Go ahead and begin the sales presentation using that first tag. Is that what it says?
Yes.
Got it?
Yes. Please begin the interview starting with the first.
Okay. Now, I know what this means to me, but what's it mean to you?
Well, I want to be financially secure in my life. Like, it just says
Okay.
in life.
Okay, well, tell me more about that.
I hate seeing my mother struggling day to day because she doesn't have enough money for all her needs, and I don't want to end up the same way when I'm living on my own.
And why is that? Just repeat it again.
I hate to see my mother struggling day to day because she doesn't have enough money for all her needs, and I don't want to end up the same way when I'm living on my own.
So what you're saying is that you want financial security so that you don't have to struggle like your mother, day to day?
Yes.
Hey, you know what? Making sure that you're taking steps now to make sure you're financially secure says a lot about you. It says you're going to be successful. Now, the Marine Corps can actually help you out in a couple of days. Let's look at them. First off, the Marine Corps has guaranteed pay. Now, what this means, on the 1st and 15th, just like clockwork, you're going to get a paycheck. Now, if later on, I can show you the exact pay chart to show you what you're going to make, but it's about $1,600 a month. Now, and then it doesn't stop there. Additionally, you're going to get pay raises every year in January. You also get another pay raise when you hit your yearly anniversary, so you're almost getting 2 paychecks a year, or 2 pay raises a year. Now, what all this means to you is you're going to get the financial security you need so that you don't have to live paycheck to paycheck like you currently are, and you can be financially secure in your life like you want. Is that what you're looking for?
Yes. Now,
Situation 8.
yes. Tell the recruiters to assume any 2 benefit tags that you.
So you're going to go, hey, assume any 2 benefit tags have been accepted.
Okay. Assume any 2 benefit tags are already accepted.
Now, on this one, assume any 2, so you should already be practicing what?
Which 2 you gonna pick?
So just pick 2 that you know. Boom. I want you to do 1 intangible and 1 tangible, okay? Just so you have it in there and you know. So whatever they say, assume any 2 benefits, you already know what you're going to say. You shouldn't have anything about it. So I'm going to do financial security and challenge. Boom. Okay? And you're going to lay them out there. Assume any 2 benefits have been accepted, okay? Then what's the next?
Everything sounds great. I'm ready.
You ready? Hey, all right. Hey, before we move on, let's go ahead and take a step back and review what we talked about today, all right? We talked about financial security, and what that meant to you was not living paycheck to paycheck like you currently are right now, be able to take care of your future. We also talked about challenge and how you wanted to be able to challenge yourself mentally and physically so that you could get out of your shell, your comfort zone. Now, with all this stuff, looking at all the stuff we talked about, are you ready to be a Marine?
Yes.
Hey, congratulations. Now, there's a couple steps we have to do. I'm going to go in the back, and I'm going to get you some clutter material to help you talk to your parents and everything. What I need you to do is I need you to go home, and I need you to get your Social Security card and your birth certificate so I can start your paperwork. Is that cool?
Yes.
Boom. Okay, next situation.